Alright, we're back in it. So I still have several endings I wish to get. I have one, oh shit. That's, this is not it. This is Animal Crossing. Okay, alrighty, so we're not even doing anything here. We're just gonna go towards the cabin. We don't even care.
You make your
We can't be bothered. We're actually doing the adversary this time.
The interior of the blade.
Last time I was like, I'm gonna do that, and then I
She sat.
didn't do it right. Okay, we just continue.
She's so focused on the.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Okay, let's see.
Then why did you bring a
She makes a. Don't you? It's fun. You ignore the trap. You step.
So you
She's unarmed. I'm positive. I'm not. You charge the princess, blade in hand, but unfortunately your earlier suspicions proved correct. A blade of her own slips down her sleeve and catches you in the neck. Blood sprays from the
she was
cut,
ready.
your severed carotid artery painting the princess with strokes of red. You'd better finish your task quickly before you run out of time.
So, do I kill her though? What is the thing? Okay. So this is something else. Maybe I got beast.
With the last bit of your will, you press forward.
Oh.
The two of you collapse on the floor together, rapidly bleeding out.
Her smile is killing me.
Somehow, I thought this would turn out a little differently. But I wonder, do you really think that this was enough to stop me?
Her smile is so
she's
funny.
convinced she can't die. But you don't have time to
I don't
worry over
remember her
such
smile
things.
being like that.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The razor. Okay, I've gotten the razor before.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So what did I do wrong? Squint at the princess while holding onto the blade.
You stare at the princess, squinting.
Come on, come at me.
She squints back. The two of you are gonna do this forever, aren't you?
Yes, yes we are. Squint even harder.
Squint even harder. So does she. At least nobody's dying right now. You're going to have to make a choice. You can't keep squinting forever. Eventually, someone is going to have to blink. Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed. We can still turn...
Okay, we gotta keep fighting.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here, either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
Ah.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
The princess
Oh,
gasps,
she liked
her
it.
voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
No, it's
But you
definitely
don't have
not.
time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The adversary, yay! Finally. Only took me like 8 attempts to get here. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna continue our way.
A warning. She will lie.
Lying.
Are you sure?
The point of
The princess will...
Crystal. Let's just get on with it already.
Voice of the stubborn, yes. Alright, I need to,
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
let's go. I don't know if I'm supposed to take it or not. I don't know if it matters.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what
Let's
she
go.
sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
Oh my
As much
god,
as I
this
appreciate
guy.
the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
Yeah, we gotta attack.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too.
Little
yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
So you do remember me.
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
Alright, fine. If you're not going to address it, I will. What? You've already met the princess has already met you. The two of you killed each other. Did you think you'd be able to just openly talk about all that without me noticing? Maybe. You did seem
Why
to just
does he break the
gloss
fourth
over the
wall
whole thing for a
sometimes?
while.
Why does he break the fourth wall sometimes? And then if we break the fourth wall, it's not okay. But it's okay if he does.
Of course I glossed over it. When a colleague says something insane, glossing over it is one of the best ways to stay focused and keep moving forward. Enough is enough. I believe you. And that's all the more reason to take this seriously. You don't know that whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember. Are you okay?
Clearly not.
Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
I never thought about that. Just because it bothers you, I'm going to take this even less seriously. You don't even know the depths of my...
You're joking,
apathy.
right? I'm just going to pretend that you're joking.
Yeah, you better be joking. We can't win unless you take this seriously.
And why not? You decided what to do with me quickly enough last time. Are you scared I'm going to kill you again? Maybe you're worried I'll put you down for good this time. If you want to talk, I guess I can talk. But you should come a little closer first.
Why? Run!
This path is already worn by travel and has been seen by one of my many eyes. You cannot walk it again.
Wow, I can't do it.
Change your course.
I can't do it.
Blade held tight in your hand, you take a cautious step towards the princess. You stop a few feet short of her reach, her chains taut as she stares down at you. She's a lot bigger than I thought she was.
Why do you sound so scared? We can take her.
Well, what do you want? Because every second we waste talking is a second we could spend killing each other instead.
We have to figure out why we're here.
We don't. Because I know why we're here. We're here to kill each other.
We're here to kill each other? It sounds like she doesn't care if she dies here. Maybe we can use that to our advantage.
How boring. I'm not interested in watching you try and outwit her. I'm interested in overpowering her. We shouldn't need to use any dirty little tricks to win.
We're here because some people want me to kill you.
Who cares what people want? I know what I am. I've found my purpose.
Damn, girl. She found it.
The princess flashes a sinister grin.
How creepy.
You.
Does she mean her purpose is killing us?
No, she means
Yeah.
fighting us.
She wants to fight us really
Both
bad.
of us getting stronger through sheer pain and will. The fear of death no longer able to hold us back. Just start stabbing her already. I'm sick of all this anticipation. We're ready.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go.
Catapult.
Let's make this count.
Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood. But she's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact.
She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but that probably means
God,
she's
the
slower
narrator's
than
so
us.
irritating.
Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action.
Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
I don't know if this matters. I'm gonna save. Okay, we'll try to outmaneuver.
Push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening. You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. But you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact threatening to be the last.
This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her.
She's throwing us around like a ragdoll. I think overpowering her is a little out of the question.
Did
Yeah.
you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you.
Damn!
The princess's arm shoots forward, her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull.
Damn.
How disappointing.
She squeezes,
Oh,
the pressure unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp.
oh, that's gross.
The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Did we get third? Did we get the... Yes! This is what I wanted.
You're on a path in the wood. If you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there. Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive. We died because you didn't have enough of it. So what? You'd have us cower in a corner? No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive. Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included. Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met.
Oh my god, this guy.
Then what is going on? What's going on is that you'd only be saying the things you've been saying if you'd already been here, and if you'd already seen things you weren't supposed to have seen. It doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the cabin. See, it's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason. We may have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other, and I don't trust you. Well, fortunately, you have an entire trip through the woods to reconsider that. There's nothing to reconsider. We're all for violence here. Are we? I haven't signed off on anything yet. Violence is the answer here, but the method is equally important to the act. You can't let her leave the cabin.
No, this run is definitely about violence.
It's like I said, all just circles. Instinct tells me we need space, and I trust instinct. Nothing else to say. Not for me.
Okay. I'm done with this. Bye.
Coward. Deserter. Turning our back to her could be a mistake. Are you serious? Fine, you walk away from the cabin. We'll see how that goes for you.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me?
Okay, the hands are
Everything's
gonna...
getting fuzzy. What's going on?
The hands
are
are
we?
just gonna make us go back
I
to where we
told you
were.
we shouldn't have.
Okay. Let's just go to the cabin.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament. No last advice for us? No words of warning? From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind. I don't know. Screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis. Catharsis is for when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us. Something to chase.
Let's go.
The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight. More of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward.
Claustrophobic.
The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall. A pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. See? We have even
I don't
less
think it matters
space
what we
than
do
before.
here.
We need space or she'll kill us. And the only space is out there. Take it. You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to... Good. There's no overcoming her without it. We need every part of us to survive, and that steel claw is as much a part of us as any. A mirror? But there is no mirror. There isn't a door. There is. Circles, circles, all of it circles. There's something for us at the end of the room. The what and the why don't matter until we know them.
I agree with the freak. Let's get a move on already. And worst comes to worst, we can smash it.
Punch it.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You're rather committed to the bit, aren't you? The door's right there. It's right in front of you.
It's not a door.
Grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean?
Smash
You bring
it.
your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement. It swings open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead. Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
Goad her. Rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
If you want to fight, then how about you come and get one?
That's not how this works. I'm all chained up, remember? How about you come down here and fight me?
Those chains were nothing to her last time. They'll be nothing to her this time. But we need to show ourselves first to make her boil over. Fine by me. You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey.
I thought I
gripping the
needed to
stone,
lead her to the
lowering
forest,
yourself
but I
foot
guess
by
not.
grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you.
I don't think it
Never
matters.
every
I mean,
crack
this
and
is the
crevice
last chapter, you know?
will need to be faster than her. You turn to face what lies at the end of the narrow tunnel. The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness. Her face widens into a broad grin.
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling. Attack me, bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh. Break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
We can't get that close. She'll kill us in the tight space, steel claw or not. Make her come to us, stand beyond her chains, and let her become frenzied. She'll break them. Then we run. I really don't like the sound of this. It's the only way we live.
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do. So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
Okay.
You step forward, stopping just outside the reach of her chains. The princess scoffs.
Oh, you're up to something tricky, aren't you? You're teasing me with what I want, but I'm sick of waiting. I'm not going to let you give me another bad fight. I'm going to get what I want.
Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap. Run.
Run!
Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance. As you near the top, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rabid pursuit.
Oh, this is such a cool... This is such a cool frame. Oh my gosh, like, just like the detail of like her hair falling out. And like, now she has more horns, like a whole crown as well as like the goat horns. And like, oh, it's just such a good frame. Oh, peak. I wish I could draw like that.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
Oh!
You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same? Little bird, where do you think you're going?
Oh,
We're
keep
almost
going!
there. Don't think about almost. We're there when we're there, and we'll take the fight with us. Your
Let's
skin
go!
hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass. You glance back at
Come
the
bite
cabin as the
me!
princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. You are walking a dangerous path.
Breaks the
If
cabin.
you waver once, it's all over. So get it right.
There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you? Do you think this space gives you an edge? Then show me! Show me that you've been worth all the room you've taken up in my head!
Do it! Be swift, strike true, be where she's not. Let your body move you. You leap from the grass and bound towards the princess, keeping low.
Charging me head on? Brave and foolish.
Her body braces for impact, anticipating the clash. That's where you're both wrong. Left, now! As the princess strikes, your body swerves to the left.
Look how long her
She
hair
overextends,
is.
stumbling as her balance shifts unexpectedly. Strike. Before you can finish the thought, you lash out, the blade slicing through her leg. She turns to swing again. Right. You move out of the way, but this time it's not quite as clean. You can feel a bruise already blooming where her elbow crashed into flesh. It's nothing. A scratch. Yes, it could be worse. And you manage to gift her another cut in return. I'll be damned. We're actually going to pull this off, aren't we? You just might.
Don't believe that.
But don't let it get to your head. Not until it's over.
Yes, finally! This is the hole I felt in my heart. This is what I've needed. This is what I've been missing. This is how it always needed to end. Both of us giving it our all, beating and bleeding each other to death.
The two of you engage in a devastating flurry of blows, each of you wounding the other again and again. She's stronger, but you're faster, and the deeper the both of you fall into your lethal dance, the more your edge shines over hers. She's slowing down, blood pouring from wounds, splattering at her feet, leaving her weak and unsteady. More! Keep going! We can't stop now! You spy an opening, but this time she's waiting for you. She lets you sink the blade deep, trapping you in place long enough to wrap you in her impenetrable arms. You're slammed to the ground. Nothing! These blows are nothing to us! But her gambit wasn't enough to close the gap. It wasn't enough to kill you. She stares you down, coughing up a splash of blood as she gasps for breath.
You've outplayed me, haven't you? Something feels wrong. Something.
And? Then what happens?
Okay, the hands taker. Alright. That was interesting. I'm glad we got that one. It wasn't my favorite so far,
She's gone. And there's that. Yep.
but like, it was fun, you know?
This is now.
Screw the mirror! We...
I don't know if this is gonna be the end yet. Probably not, right?
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Is there anything I haven't asked her yet? How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Yeah, it's just her. She just, I mean, like, it's not, you know what I mean? It's not like she chose to be what she is. I understand that.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Alright. We brought the Eye of the Needle.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the
Let
end
me
of that
save.
path is a cabin.
Let me save right here. Alright. So that's that one. I think next I'm gonna try to get either the gray or there was another one I was looking at. Hold on. So, okay, so the beast we still have to do. We still have to do the gray. And we still have to do, I think, the thorn? Yeah, I haven't done that one. I think this is... so you do the witch to get the thorn. Okay, I also need to actually just do, like, the princess. And get the actual good ending. Like, with, like, the damsel. And then you actually... Yeah. So that's really the next one I need to do. It's just the damsel. And then... get the gray, but there's like two different ones. There's the burned gray where you kill her to get it. And then there's the other one. The drowned gray. So anyway, that's what we need to try to do as well. So there's still a few more endings I want to get. I'm trying to think. I think there might be another one as well that we haven't gotten. Oh yeah, the beast. Yeah, that's the other one we haven't gotten yet. And that one has 3 endings as well. And I don't think I've gotten the Wraith either. No. I have not gotten that one. Alrighty, well anyways, this is where we're gonna cut it for now. I will definitely be back with more soon. Depending on the amount of time that I have. Is it gonna quit to desktop? Okay. Sorry about that. Depending on how much time I have will depend on if I'm able to do a Slay the Princess for next week, because I'm going out of town. I have other stuff recorded, but Slay the Princess was like not at the top of my list. Unfortunately, because I really wanted to make sure I got a lot of Fields of Mystria out of the way, because, you know what I mean, like, it's a game like Stardew, so it's gonna be long, so I didn't want to, like, delay. I wanted to make sure I got as much recorded of it as I could, so I'm a little bit behind on Slay the Princess, but obviously I'm able to get this one out this week, but next week there might not be one coming out, but I'll try to get one out for the following week. And I do want to get all of the endings. I'm still pursuing that. I'm not going to stop. I just wanted to let you know that. But yeah, so that's where we are on it. Should be all good. And we will continue from there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good night.